Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to automate your screenshots in your backtesting spreadsheet. Now for me, when I started testing, it was taking me 20 plus minutes to log a single trade. That is because I was tracking quite a lot of things. It required embedding a lot of screenshots and it was an absolute nightmare because, don't get me wrong, it takes as long as it takes to backtest, there's no shortcuts. But I don't want to be spending the majority of my time importing a hyperlink into Excel. I want to be spending most of my time on my charts. Therefore, I spent a whole weekend looking for a way to do this, found it. It is magic, like it's cut my time in half. Spend most of my time on the charts now, not busy in Excel trying to put a hyperlink in its place. So I hope you enjoy this. Let me know how it works out for you and enjoy the video.
Hey guys, so first thing you want to do is ensure that your spreadsheet is saved in the folder where you're going to save your screenshots. It all needs to be in one folder, otherwise some of the formulas aren't going to work. So, once that's opened, and by the way, if you've just clicked on this video and you want to see how I created this backtesting spreadsheet with all the formulas, and go and watch the mini-series I did on creating a backtesting spreadsheet. There are 3 videos that show you exactly how to do this, starting from scratch. Right, so with the screenshots, as you can see, I've got 4 different screenshots I need here. You might have 2, you might have 1, I have 4, so I'm going to insert 4 columns. Highlight these, and then by hovering over, seeing the down arrow, clicking and then dragging, insert. Then, I like a column either side, by the way, so really I should have inserted 6, but there just happened to be 2 columns there already, so I didn't need to do that. Then we're just going to make these cells a bit bigger. And in here I'm just going to type in formula for screenshot. I like to label everything just so I know what it relates to. If you see some random number, you might think, oh, let me just delete this, and then you ruin all your formulas, so it's good to be nice and clear. So I'm then going to copy this, Control C, highlight these cells here, the 3 cells in the columns next to it, and then do Control V. And there we go, copy them all. And then I'm just going to put a grid on over here. I do a light grey grid because I don't really want this section to be screaming out to me. And then we scroll along to see where else we have our screenshots. So there is a section with screenshots here, which means I also need to add 1 column here. And I'm just going to copy this, Control C, scroll back, and then in that column at the top I'm going to do Control V. And then again, just create that grid lining. Then there's 1 more lot, which is here. You click the column in front of where you want it to go. So I want mine between here and here, therefore I click this column. So click on it, right click, insert. You can see it's come up in a funny formatting. What you need to do is click it so it highlights the whole column. This has conditional formatting on it. So I want to do conditional formatting, clear rules, and then click clear rules from selected cells. Do not click from entire sheet because it will screw your sheets up. So there we go, those have gone. Then I want to get rid of all I want to make it white. And I want a nice border. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to merge these and just type the same for screenshot formula. Cool. That's all the screenshots I've got in this. Obviously, if you have more scenarios, then you need to go along and do this for each one. So back we go. Now what you need to do is type in 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then go along. 5. You just do this for the first row, 6. So I know I have 6 screenshots per trade logged. So there'll always be 6 screenshots in each row. Knowing that means we can do a formula here, so we don't have to do 7, 8, which will take ages. We just do equals this cell here plus 6. I'm doing 6, as I said, because there are 6 per row. If you have 10 per row, then you do plus 10. If you have 5 per row, you do plus 5. In this case, it's 6, hence why I'm doing that. So it comes up as 7, and then we just bring this down, and then bring it across. Yep. Cool. Then we're going to scroll along and do the same. So equals this number plus 6. And then drag that down. And same over here. Equals that plus 6. Cool. Right, now is for the magic part. Okay. So we're going to input a formula here. And that formula is equals hyperlink, open bracket. I'm going to do it in a different cell because this seems to be funny formatting, just so you can clearly see. Oh, it's doing it in them all. Lovely jubbly. No, I won't do that. Okay, we'll just leave it as is. Right, equals hyperlink, open bracket, then you want to type in concatenate, open bracket, open speech marks, then you want to go back to the folder that your spreadsheet is saved in, where you're going to also save your screenshots, remember. Up here, where the address of where the file is, you're going to right click here and click copy address as text. We're then going to go back to here, and then you're going to paste it in, Control V, right? Then you need to do a forward slash because otherwise it won't work. Then you're going to close speech marks, comma, and then we're going to link this cell here. So it would be this cell, but just above it. I can't see it because of the formula. So it is R6. So what that means, so R6, where it says number 1, that is what you need to save your screenshots as, because that is how it's identifying the file it needs to pick up. So if you've saved them as dates and whatnot, you can't really do it. You have to save all your screenshots as numbers. Then comma, open speech marks, .png, because that's the file type, close speech marks, close brackets, comma, open speech marks, and then here you just type what you want it to be called. So I'm just going to write screenshot, so like the text you want it to appear. Screenshot original rules, close brackets, and then close speech marks, sorry, and then close brackets, and then enter. And then you drag that down and you drag it across. Now when I click on this, it's going to come up with an error, right? Cannot open the specified file. That is because I have nothing saved in that folder with number 1. I'm going to show you what happens. So I'm going to take a screenshot. There we go. Save as, and I'm going to save it as 1, because as I said, you need to save them all as the corresponding number. Save. And now when we click here, oh, it's come up over here. Let me just do it again. Our screenshot is automatically linked. I'll do another random one, let's say 56. So take a screenshot, save as 56. That is here, so it's going to be this one. There we go. If you want to change the names in here, for example, to trading time frame screenshot, literally just edit it to trading time frame screenshot, and then it's going to change, and then you can just change it for them all. I just did them all the same just to make things easy, but just so you know, you can do that. This little arrow here is saying that it's different it's a different formula to what's around it. So if you want to get rid of that, you just click ignore error, but I'm just going to leave it as it was. Okay, then going across, this formula is slightly different because, as I said, the way I've set it out, I've done different columns for my stopped out, break even, and hit target 2. So what you do here is use an if statement. Because remember, the conditional formatting here means that once text or any sort of data is in the cell, it's going to go white. That is why we have it like that. So what we want to do is for it to know which cell to fill. If I hit break even, I just want break even to fill. I want these two to stay blank. If it's stop loss that fills, I want these two to stay covered up. So what you do is you do equals if exit reason equals initial stop loss, comma, hyperlink, open bracket, concatenate, open bracket, open speech marks. We then need our file location again. Then Control V, paste that in, / because otherwise it won't work. Open speech marks, comma, link the number we want it to pull from the file, and then comma, open speech marks, .png, which is the file type, and then close brackets, comma, and what do I want it to say here? I want it to say screenshot stopped out, and then close speech marks, close brackets, comma, and then here I'm going to do 2 speech marks, which means if it's anything other than being stopped out in that exit reason box in column AV, then I want it to remain blank. I do not want it to fill with any data. So there we go. Enter, and then drag it down. See how it's almost automatically popped up here because we've got initial stop loss here. Nothing's popped up here because I need to input the formula. So I'm just going to drag this. It's going to F up probably because I haven't locked any cells. So we just need to move this back. So once you've dragged it across, move it back to where it should be. And you need to change this to break even. And we want it here to say break even. And then pull that formula down, and then pull it up. See how it's come up because you have it here? Like I said, those green boxes are because the formula is different to the cell next to it. See, inconsistent formula. I'm going to say ignore error. So you see, because it said break even, it's come up here, it's leaving the other 2 blank, even though we have a formula in here. Stop loss, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to put in here, hit target 2, so we can see the next one as an example. So then I'm just going to, again, drag the formula across. Remember, to see where the cells are being pulled from, you click in here, comes up. Move this back, please. Move that back too. And then you just need to change these 2, hit target 2, and again here, hit target 2, done. Nothing's coming up because we hit break even there. Drag it down and you're going to see that that cell's going to populate. Or not. Hit target 2. Hit target 2. If AV equals to hyperlink, this is odd. Ah, there we go. Must have just been some sort of error. Okay, and then I'm just going to show you, so if I save a screenshot as number 17, take another screenshot. 17. When I click here, see, it opens. And then obviously drag this up. Whoops. And drag it down. So then here, for example, initial stop loss, break even, whoops, hit target 2. Yeah, it all fills out. And you would basically just do the same for here. There's no difference. You just need to go over, put in the formula. And that's that. So this is the big one, which is going to save a lot of time if you've got a massive spreadsheet with loads of screenshots. I really hope it's helped you. Let me know what you thought, and thank you for watching.